Could the Iraqi dinar make you a millionaire? A deep dive into revaluation possibilities. Welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar RV channel. We're here to help you navigate big financial stories in a way that's straightforward, educational, and potentially life-changing. Today's topic is one that sparks both curiosity and debate. Can owning Iraqi dinars actually make you a millionaire if a revaluation occurs? It might sound too good to be true. After all, turning a few $100s into hundreds of thousands doesn't happen every day. But with currencies, especially the Iraqi dinar, IQD, the idea isn't as far-fetched as it may seem. In this article, we'll walk you through the concept of currency revaluation, the potential outcomes, and what you need to know if you're holding on to IQD notes or thinking of investing in them. What is a currency revaluation? A currency revaluation occurs when a country's central bank officially increases the value of its national currency in relation to foreign currencies. It's a significant financial move, often based on a combination of economic growth, inflation control, improved trade balances, and foreign investment. In Iraq's case, the exchange rate currently sits around 300 IQD per $1. That means a single US dollar is worth over 1,000 Iraqi dinars. So, if you're holding a 25,000 IQD note, it's currently worth roughly $19, $20 US. But what if that rate were to change? Even a modest revaluation could have a dramatic impact. For instance, if the IQD revalues to $0.01, your 25,000 note becomes $250. If it revalues to $0.10s, that same note becomes $2,005. And if it ever hits $1, then yes, that single 25,000 IQD note would be worth $25,000 US. Now imagine owning 10 of those notes. That's $250,000, off an investment of less than $1,000 today. Is this scenario possible? While this sounds exciting, let's ground this idea in reality. Iraq has been rebuilding its economy for years, following decades of war and sanctions. It's home to some of the largest oil reserves in the world, and oil continues to be a powerful force in shaping the country's financial future. As oil exports grow and revenue increases, there's a real possibility the Iraqi economy could strengthen enough to support a higher currency value. Revaluation has happened before in other nations. Think of post-World War II Germany or Kuwait after the Gulf War. These are examples where currency values were restored or raised as economies stabilized. However, it's important to stress that nothing is guaranteed. A revaluation is a complex economic event that depends on factors like political stability, government, monetary policies, inflation control, foreign reserve growth, international confidence in Iraq's economy, redenomination versus revaluation. Before you make any investment decisions, it's vital to distinguish between revaluation and redenomination, as the two are often confused. Revaluation means the currency becomes stronger without changing the actual notes. For example, your 25,000 IQD remains 25,000, but now each dinar is worth more. Redenomination, on the other hand, involves removing zeros or changing the physical notes. For example, turning a 25,000 note into a 25 note. This typically happens during inflation control measures and does not increase the actual value of your holdings. Iraq has previously mentioned the possibility of deleting zeros from the dinar, so it's important to follow updates from the Central Bank of Iraq and understand how these decisions could affect your investment. Purchasing power, what it really means for you. When investors ask, will the dinar go up in value? What they often mean is, will I be able to buy more with it? If the dinar strengthens, either through market adjustment or official revaluation, its purchasing power improves. That means more goods and services for each dinar. or more US dollars when converting. This isn't just about stacking cash, it's about real economic power, both in Iraq and internationally. How much IQD would you need to become a millionaire? Let's do the math. If 1 IQD ever equals 1 USD, you'd need 1 million IQD to become a millionaire. At today's exchange rate, about 1,300 IQD per dollar, that's roughly $770 to $800 US dollars in physical dinar. Even at $0 attention per dinar, 1 million IQD would bring in $100,000. That's a life-changing amount for most people, and a compelling reason why some investors are taking this seriously. What should you do if revaluation happens? If Iraq officially announces a revaluation, you'll need to exchange your dinars through authorized financial institutions, such as banks or certified currency dealers. Not every place will handle IQD right away, so it's smart to do your homework ahead of time. Make sure your physical notes are stored securely, preferably with proof of purchase and authentication. Some investors even get certificates of authenticity to avoid issues later. Keep an eye on credible news sources and official updates from Iraq's central bank. Being informed and ready to act is key. Risks and realities. Let's be clear, this is not a sure thing. Currency investing always comes with risks, and the Iraqi dinar is still considered a high-risk currency by many financial analysts. Revaluation may never happen, or it may happen years down the road. Redenomination could occur instead, limiting potential gains. Political instability could derail progress altogether. That's why experts recommend you never invest more than you can afford to lose. For some, that means holding just a few notes as a what-if scenario rather than banking their future on it. Strategic diversification. Even if the dinar doesn't skyrocket, it can still serve a purpose in your financial portfolio. Holding foreign currencies is one way to diversify your assets, like owning stocks, bonds, or real estate. It spreads your financial risk across different sectors and economies, which is especially important in an uncertain global market. In fact, some investors treat foreign currency as an inflation hedge or long-term speculation tool. Iraq's oil wealth and economic potential. Iraq holds immense energy resources. As the world continues to rely on oil and natural gas, Iraq's economic future looks promising, if managed correctly. Oil revenues could strengthen the country's financial foundation, allowing the government to support the dinar's value more confidently. If infrastructure is developed, corruption reduced, and reserves grown, then foreign investors and global markets may begin to see the dinar as a strong currency once again. Final thoughts. Are you sitting on a hidden opportunity? So, is the Iraqi dinar your ticket to financial freedom? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, preparation and knowledge are your best tools. Whether you already own dinars or are just now considering them, make sure you understand the risks, follow credible sources, and think strategically. If revaluation happens, those who are ready will be in the best position to benefit. And if it doesn't, smart investors will have protected themselves by staying diversified and well-informed. So ask yourself, are you ready if the opportunity comes? Thanks for reading. And if you found this valuable, share it with a friend, leave a comment, and stay tuned for more insights here on the Iraqi Dinar RV channel. Until next time, stay smart and invest wisely. Disclaimer. This article is intended for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. The foreign exchange market is inherently risky and prone to misinformation. Consult with qualified professionals before making any investment decision. Iraqi Dinar RV is not liable for any losses or damages resulting from the use or reliance on this content.